Hey friends, thank you for joining me today. I have a flip through of my December. It's not so much a daily album because I don't necessarily do something every day or a picture for every day. But this is for the year 2017. Yes, I'm a little behind. But I created a lot of this from my stash and took a couple twists and turns. I have a problem editing, and my mini albums are not so mini. They are very chunky, but I am very happy with the way that this one turned out. I created it with chipboard and paper and attached the binder ring. I'm not sure what you call it, but it was from Tim Holtz's Ideology. So I attached it to the spine. I had planned to put binder rings on the right, the back cover, and have it flip up, but there was too much and it wouldn't close. So I used a lot of papers from my stash, but I used some pieces that I received from Ellie Studio, their December documented kit for last year. I did some stamping, which I try to incorporate a lot of the cards that you see are from the Ellie Studio kit. And then that's a stamp also in the back of that card, the list of things that we did from Carrie Bradford Studios. That was a cut file from the cut shop that I backed and attached to clear transparency. I try when I'm creating a mini album to keep it interactive, which is part of my problem because it becomes very chunky, but I really like sort of the messy structure, lots of ribbons and stitched pages, stitched photos. I like to incorporate cut files. It's another cut file from Silhouette Store. I like stitching ribbons to the edge of the pages as well. And I'm just always trying to come up with different ways to add the photos so it keeps it interesting throughout. And I used a mixture of full-size photos, which when I say full-size photo for this album, of course, which was about 3x4, maybe a little bit less. I used some charms from Tim Holtz, and that acrylic piece right there is from Color Cast Designs. It's one of my favorite, and those sort of things are what get me into trouble when I'm creating mini albums because they definitely add to the thickness. There's a clip there from Paige Evans' collection, which the color matches. Most of my album is red and green traditional colors, but the LA Studio had some blue and pink incorporated, so I snuck in some other elements here and there. A lot of the puffy stickers that you see there were from LA Studio. And when creating this album, I do have to keep in mind, places for journaling, which I do at the end once I'm done constructing the album. There's a cut file from Silhouette Store. Actually, I think that's a Paige Evans cut file. The star, which I layered and then added a piece of flare and some stick pins. Some of the pieces in there, like that candy cane transparency, that's from Pretty Little Studio. So I've incorporated some random things here and there that I've collected in my stash. But I actually used the majority of the kit from Ellie Studio, if you're familiar. It had some, I think, 6x8 papers and some 4x6 cards and 3x4 cards and lots of embellishments, stickers, and alphas. That little card, I have no idea where I got it from, but it's a wood veneer. I backed it with some red vellum and just put it in there as sort of a filler page. The little clip there is one from Doodlebug. I made a pocket there with the photo, and I create each page as I go, and then my problem is then I stick it in the album, and then I realize, wow, I made it super thick, and I should probably change that habit. But you know, once you get in the zone and you get to working, you want to add everything you can. There's some other acrylic pieces. Those are from Bramble Fox. It says Twinkle, and there's little stars there. On a full-size photo again of our tree. And so a lot of the 3x4 cards that you see, like that one on the left, and then that paper, those are from the Ellie Studio kit. And then I incorporated some pocket pages, which I had to modify for this album because the regular 4x4 wouldn't fit. I was just showing you, that's the tags that I used on my gifts. It's a Lawn Fawn stamp and die set. So the pocket pages, they're the 4x4, which I cut in half, and then I stitched close because once the album is closed, the 4x4 was just too large. I recently in the past few months, got the Rare Memory Keepers mini envelope punch board, and I absolutely love it. So I have been using that in all of my minis lately. I just love being able to add that for a lot of photos that I don't necessarily want to create a whole page for. It holds quite a bit, you know, of the photos we take on Christmas Day, which I tend to take the most throughout the month on that day, like I'm sure most of us do. I use some clear stickers from my stash. I couldn't tell you where those are from. That is a shaker pocket that was actually in my stash, and I had used the hearts on another project, and thought I could incorporate that in this album and make a shaker pocket, and I love the way that it turned out. I added that little pocket on the back cover. It has my daughter's wish list, and then some little Polaroid photos that we took after Christmas. My husband got me a Polaroid, the Instax camera, so we took a bunch of photos. I thought it'd be fun to stick that in there. So that large charm that you see on the spine is from Emily Inspired. She has an Etsy shop, and I love all of the charms that she offers. That front cover there too, I made a shaker pocket, pocket. That makes sense. The front piece there is a cut file from the Silhouette shop, and I stitched on some very thick red ribbon to close the album. So I hope that you enjoyed this flip through and maybe got some inspiration of your own. I really appreciate you watching. There will be some still shots coming up. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of the supporters of my channel. I really enjoy the comments and all the likes. It really does mean a lot to me. So I really appreciate your support. And I hope you liked this album. I will be back again, actually, with another album here shortly. I was in the mood to finish Christmas stuff, so I got my 2018 album done as well. So I will have a flip through of that soon. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you joining me. And then if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.